This episode of Derapy is brought to you by AC.
In regard to Benzino, a man that many of you may only know because Eminem made him cry. Before he was crying, he was saying this, actually.
Fuck Eminem. I dusted Eminem. Rap Elvis, bitch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How about that?
I ain't gonna lie.
How about that? How come he ain't answered back? How come he ain't answered me?
I don't know how we got from that to this.
I don't got nothing against Eminem.
This is the same day, though.
Got nothing against Eminem. Eminem can rap, but I care about us more. I don't want to go through. I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want. For 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem.
Imagine an L following you for over 2 decades.
The fuck you want me to do?
Blow your nose.
Come on, man. My daughter came into the industry figuring that, hey, I gotta be cool with Eminem because everybody's against my dad. You think this shit is fucking cool?
Yes! Derapy. The last time I talked about Eminem and Benzino, we talked about the tracks I Don't Wanna, Pull Your Skirt Up, The Sauce, and Nail in the Coffin. Now, believe it or not, there were still a few tracks that I actually missed, like these two exchanged a lot. But today, I really just want to focus on the last 2 tracks that these two put out against each other in January of 2024, right before Benzino's breakdown in February.
Oh, man. Ooh, we're failing as a people.
In January of 2024, Eminem made a diss towards Benzino on the track Doomsday Part 2, and Benzino would respond less than a week later with Rap Elvis, which he says just finished Eminem, just dusted him. Now, to be fair to Big Benzo, he did respond last, so we'll play his track last. Kind of crazy to say that you dusted a guy because he didn't respond, but then also cry about getting smoked over the course of like 4 or 5 different presidential terms. But anyways, here's Eminem's Doomsday Part 2 to kick things off.
All right, here we go. First I'm a shredder, burst like I had a personal vendetta. Words come together like birds of a feather. So I need a walker like Herschel. I'm better than all of you fucking little twerps put together. But I'm not trying to be controversial. I'd rather talk about shit with the purpose that matters. Like who had the second best verse on Forever. Damn. Now I got a riddle. One condition, you mustn't laugh. Okay. What is the opposite of Benzino? What? A giraffe. Go with his neck, how the fuck is that? How can I go with something he doesn't have? Arms so short he can't even touch his hands when they're above his head doing jumping jacks.
Wow, Marshall really said, how am I supposed to go at his neck? He's the opposite of a giraffe.
No neck headache.
He also says that if he's doing jumping jacks, his hands can't touch each other, which is crazy, because, you know, if you're doing a jumping jack, ideally your hands are supposed to touch, but his arms are short, he has no neck, he's struggling. That's quite the image.
Doing jumping jacks. Sorry, I don't mean to upset you, Ben. When I talk about all the debt you in, I hear that you been creeping on the low in them cheap hotels that they catch you in. Jesus Christ, dog, when you said 210, never guessed you meant at the Red Wolf Inn, in a room with one single bed, 2 men. Shady man, you can. Yes, you can. Well, I guess then I regret to inform you hate to spoil a day, but this doesn't bring me no joy to say. Guess that Coiler Ray feeds in the toilet, eh? God, yeah.
That's really tough. Also, the toilet soundbite is insane. What is this, a Derapy episode? Also, bringing up Coiler Ray is really tough. Benzino's daughter, because not only has she dissed him in one of her songs,
my daddy let me down, but I promise you I won't let him.
But now it's affecting her career because Eminem and her are both saying that they could never be on a song together because of Benzino, but also she's getting questioned in every interview about Eminem now too. I saw this clip where she's like, I'm not trying to inherit any of that, like what they have has nothing to do with me, but you know, like I watched 8 Mile, I thought it was a good movie. But it's funny that like he's been losing this beef to Eminem for so long that it's now affecting his adult daughter, even though it started over 20 years ago.
My daughter came into the industry figuring that, hey, I gotta be cool with Eminem because everybody's against my dad.
Get up!
Feeds in the toilet, eh? God, yeah. Damage to the flows, collateral I suppose. Got pointed like mine in Sandra Bullock's nose. Head and bullet holes, have you full of those. You'll catch a stray like animal control. Plan a funeral, I'ma probably have to plan a funeral. Logical exams, once again, it is off into the damn padded room I go. Right toward the asylum of the psych ward. Because I strangled you with a mic cord. Because my fucking mind's morbid, I'm on my Pegasus, my high horse and I'm fly. bitch, I soar like a sty. You probably feel like you're gonna die, cause you're in my morgue and you're tied up like a tie score. And that's why I'm back with Cole Bennett, and I've been it, the level J. Cole Bennett. It's aftermath that I ride for till I die.
While this wasn't Eminem's meanest diss, I think it's pretty clear at this point in early 2024 when this was released, he's kind of just screwing around with Benzino at this point. You have no neck, you're the opposite of a giraffe, your hands can't touch when you do jumping jacks. He also casually states that Benzino is in crazy debt, which I didn't even really know the extent of. Like, I don't keep up with Benzino's financial situation, but apparently he was crashing out a few years ago, like asking his daughter for money, Coi Leray. She's been active musically since like 2018, and in that short time, in just a few years, she went public talking about him being jealous of her, and he openly admitted that he was asking her for money, and that like other generations you wouldn't have to deal with this. It's totally natural to like support your parents, and I get that, but I feel like we're talking about supporting your parents like when they're old, like retired age, like they aren't working anymore. Like you want to make sure that, you know, somebody is taking care of their most basic needs, not just like, I failed in business, I need the person I created to give me money back. I think it's no coincidence that Eminem is talking about Benzino's money issues right before mentioning how he and Coi Leray will never do a song together. All in all, I'm feeling like a light 8 on the track.
8.
Pretty rude, pretty personal, but not quite as ruthless as some of his other tracks, and even maybe some other tracks directed at Benzino. Who knows? Might do a bonus one at the end of this episode, depending on how good or bad this Benzino track is. I haven't heard it yet. I never listened to Benzino. I couldn't name a single song by him. But here is Rap Elvis, released less than a week after the Doomsday Part 2 track. Benny had nothing else going on at the time. Got right in the booth. So here we go.
Rock and roll was a black thing until Elvis came and made it different. You can't self-sustain, you too selfish, wait and listen. You keep saying my name, you put yourself in this position. This what happens when the Celtics play the Pistons. I was minding my business, you wasn't making any type of noise these days. So a choice was made, Clout Chase, Benzino, and Coi Leray. You still in your annoying phase. Hey, what do you call it when the man that stands is a stand? Help me coin the phrase. I am the culture, you don't even be around. You don't even come outside. You don't even see a town.
Okay, beat selection is fine. The flow is kind of mid, as expected. We get the Elvis comparison because Eminem, according to Benzino, is stealing from hip-hop culture to be a rapper that raps. Benzino then claims that Eminem is clout chasing off of Benzino and Coi Leray, which feels crazy to even type on my laptop. You're still in your annoying phase. That is kind of funny. Eminem is still kind of annoying sometimes, but Benzino then seemingly kind of like steals the stand yourself bar from MGK's diss, which is kind of stupid. But then Benzino says, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I get this right. He brings up I Swear Vezo, who I don't know, and says Eminem doesn't show his own city love, which is crazy because every time I see Eminem do anything publicly, it always seems to be Detroit related, like whether how he like hops on tracks and mentions it, or hops on tracks with artists from Detroit, or he I'm pretty sure like when the NFL draft was in Detroit. Okay, I just checked and it happened like a few months after this diss track, so I don't know, maybe Benzino dissed Eminem to the point where it guilted him into performing at the NFL draft in Detroit, but I don't know, I feel like he might have done it regardless. Anyways, let's see what else is going on.
You don't even see a town. I swear Bezel said that M don't be showing the city love. Why you ain't got no words for him, huh? He in your city, bro. I wonder why. We wanna see. Just say something, please. Could it be possibly that you ain't really from them streets? I was born and raised in my city. You should've come for me. I don't know where you from. Let's say Missouri loves company. I'm probably more Detroit than you, cause these real niggas know me. I was with YBI in 86. Yeah, that's my OGs. Four Corners, Columbia Point. My young boys had the Moseys on Dexter with the bomb boys close to me.
Okay, first of all, the idea that Eminem should have words for I Swear Vezo who is absurd. Also, bro is way too hype off of being from Beantown. Benzino then says Eminem is a fake Detroit native because he was technically born in Missouri. Eminem didn't move to Detroit until he was 11 or 12 years old. So Eminem basically finished elementary school and then moved to Detroit. So Benzino's like, you should be repping Missouri.
Missouri loves company.
You fraud. Benzino then starts claiming he's more Detroit than Eminem because the OGs in Detroit know him, but also you're like super proud to be from Boston. You were just talking about how like this is when the Celtics play the Pistons, but shouldn't it be like when the Detroit Tigers play the Royals or something? Because now you're claiming more of Detroit, but he's technically from Missouri. I don't know. This doesn't really matter that much to me. Let's move on.
With the bomb boys close to me. Okay, you found 50 and you put on 5 Detroit niggas. Rest in peace to the best ones. The rest of them sound iffy. So let's go down your stable. Gun left your label. Benny left your label. Khan left your label. Royce left your label. Joe Button left your label. Ortiz left your label. No crooked eye couldn't save you. Yellow Wolf been out there flopping. And where the hell Cassius at though? Heard from Obi Trice only twice and not a word from Stat Quo. With all them forced lines that you pitched them, Shady Records sound like less of a name and more like a description.
I actually like Shady Records sound like less of a name and more like a description. I like that specific bar, but all of that filler before it, just naming people. This person left your label. This person left your label. This person left your label. This person left your...
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
The bars don't even rhyme, and what is the heart of the diss here? You sign these people and they aren't as successful as I think they should be. But in my opinion, I think that their responsibility is like doing something with the opportunity that was given to them. Like Lil Wayne signed a bunch of people that ended up not doing anything, but I don't blame Lil Wayne for that, for taking a chance on them. I blame them for not being good.
Like a description. Chain here, a feature there, a side of that. What did he do? And why this cat don't get the type criticism that did he do? Huh? Y'all see what all this corny rap shit do to you? Since you so hip hop, then you should have went to Nipsey funeral. If you support 50, then why you ain't go to Smoke funeral? And now you spitting gum bars, boy. I really throw two in you. Talk about I catch you straight. You pulling and squeeze. I've been shot multiple times. What's a bullet to me? Looking at me. Trust my process. I am here to cook in these streets. You miss a season like you rookie and B. You call our women black bitches, then play the victim when there's distrust. You keep using the art form that we created to diss us. They try to rewrite history, make you Elvis of hip hop. But in the store, Slim should be on the shelves next to Slipknot.
Okay, so some hits and some misses here. I personally hate when people use the death of others and whether or not you attended their funeral as a diss. Like, you're not valid if you didn't show up for a thing you may or may not have been expected to show up at, or maybe you weren't even invited to. I think you're allowed to be as mean and rude as you like to diss somebody. Like, I'm totally cool with that. But there's no way to know all of the details and circumstances surrounding a funeral procession that may have led to the decision of Eminem either not going there or not even being invited there. Like, are we really sitting here considering the fact that Benzino has knowledge of Pop Smoke's family or friends or loved ones being like, I wonder where Eminem is. I really thought he would be here. The fact that Benzino even wants you to think about that is kind of stupid. I don't know why I said kind of. It's stupid. Then we get some bars about like, I will shoot you with my gun. I trust my process. You're missing a season like rookie Embiid. You know, trust the process. Embiid, missing season, rookie Embiid.
All right, I get it!
They're saying you're hip hop, you should be on the shelf next to Slipknot. Why? I guess because they're white and they sound angry in their music, I suppose. Benzino then makes a reference to a song that Eminem wrote when, and I kid you not, he was 15 years old. Eminem got dumped by this black girl and wrote a racially charged rap about her. And this happened 37 years ago.
Did you say 37?
Drake is 37 years old, and he says the N-word 37 times.
My bad, wrong video.
But in the store, Slim should be on the shelves next to Slipknot. You say you come from battle rap, but why you don't support none of these battle cats? Drake be at the smack events where your ass was at.
All right, buddy, you lost me. So you are using Drake, Lawbury State Graham. Wait a go. Oh my God. Okay. He couldn't have known, I guess. This happened right before Drake lost the rap beef and then sued over the rap beef. But what does it say about Benzino, a man who says that he is the culture, that he is citing Aubrey as somebody who really respects the art form and shows up to watch rap battles. Mr. I study rap battles for a living.
I study rap battles for a living.
Nah, man, I don't actually think you're tapped in like that. The rest of this track has Benzino saying he could beat Eminem and Royce 2v1 in a boxing match. Benzino then mentions 4 other people who I don't know that dissed Eminem and he didn't respond. Which is kind of hilarious because Eminem is literally like one of the biggest rappers in the world. And you're surprised he didn't respond to Milkbone. Then we get him mentioning a bunch of other people that Eminem has mentioned in his tracks. And like, I don't know, man. One of the people he mentions is Vanilla Ice. And it's like, okay, so you're like trying to diss Eminem because he didn't want to engage in beef with Vanilla Ice of all people. Just look at the careers of these two. Should they really be beefing at all? I think that's a fair question in this case as well. But this beef is something that Eminem seems committed to dragging on forever for whatever petty reason. And it's brought Benzino to tears.
I got nothing against Eminem. Eminem can rap, but I care about us more. I don't want to go through, I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want, for 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem. The fuck you want me to do?
I tried to listen to this track, but I'm just not really feeling anything else. He ends the track with, referencing back to the neck thing, and he's like, I will literally strangle you when I see you. Okay. Like, I tried to listen to it. I'm feeling like a strong 3 to a light 4.
3.
Like, lots of effort put into it, but there's too much cap in the rap. He's talking about how Eminem's clout chasing off Coil Ray. Like, please be serious. And reading back through this, I don't think you all understand the sheer amount of name dropping that happens in this song. When you hear it, it'll blow your mind. It's like half of this song is just him naming other people's names. Hear me out. Elvis, Benzino, Coil Ray, Icewear, Vizzo, YBI, 50, Gun, Benny, Con, Royce, Ortiz, Yellow Wolf, Cassius, Obi Trice, Status Quo, Diddy, Nipsey, Smoke, Embiid, Slipknot, Drake, Marv, Lyrical Lemonade, Young Z, Milkbone, Last Emperor, Pacewan, Lana Del Rey, Britney Spears, Fam, Moby, Iggy, Will Smith, Nick Cannon, ICP. Stop! I'm sorry. I thought you were supposed to be dissing Eminem, but somehow we ended up here. You naming a bunch of people that people don't know or people that we do know that Eminem either dissed before or hasn't taken the time to diss because you think that he should be dissing them and he's only not because like he's scared or something. It's much more likely that he just doesn't know. The people that he does choose to engage with either end up like MGK switching genres when they lost, you who's still crying.
Nah, man. Ooh.
Or on the rare occasion we have him going up against an actual formidable opponent like Mariah Carey. You didn't even get the luxury of getting a couple 100 million views like MGK off his diss. He at least got to lay it down with Megan Fox for a few years. Mariah Carey had a hit song and arguably a dub. Everybody else got smoked, but at least they went away quietly. You just keep coming back for more, which is why you're here.
We're failing as a people. I don't hate Eminem. I don't know him to hate him. I don't hate white people.
Literally a month before.
Your mind will finally be off of my neck with my hand squeezed around yours.
Oh no. Anyway.
Happy birthday to AC, who actually shares a birthday with me. She recommended this episode, and I figured I would take a look into a few more of the Eminem and Benzino tracks. Doomsday Part 2 wasn't even all that crazy, but stacked up next to Rap Elvis, which was immediately nullified by him crying on camera over Eminem within a month or two. I'm still gonna have to give Doomsday Part 2 the edge, but by all means, let me know what other Eminem diss tracks or Benzino diss tracks I should get into if you are interested in more. Thank you so much for tapping in. Love you, mean it, spread the bread, and enjoy the outro by Odin Crimson.
Look, I'm about to find me a band. Should've done that in the first place. Reservations in advance, like I'm about to go on a first date. Shawty walk in like, damn, it's probably a day after Thursday. I lost my mind again, but fuck it, it could be worse, mate. So I'ma do it my way. I smoke a pound like a Nate, yeah. Love it too much to be flipping it. I'm high off that Cirque du Soleil. Hakuna Matata, start living it. Ain't worried about shit today. No. Just love on myself, get a written in. On point, the work ballet. I'm about to go hard in the paint, though. With the ball, Caitlin can clock Kent from afar. Still gon' drop shit, too much heartbreak, what's in that car? Oh my god, paraphernalia, bitch tryna tell you. Google my name, no spaces, see what come up. I ain't even famous, just placeholding. When the day come, do a bank run, bring a tank in, never shame shit. We don't spray guns, we just aim quick, one bang done. One night with a cocaine bunny, only big drops. I bring napalm, it's the weekend, so my face gone. Man, got it lock in, recording for hours, now my day gone. I'm about to find me a band. Should've done that in the first place. Yeah. Reservations in advance.